Hi everyone, I am back with movie review of Barbie, which came out this weekend. It stars Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, America Ferrera, Will Ferrell, and some many other actors. They had a really good cast, including Kate McKinnon, by the way. Um, what the movie is about, and how I feel about it. So, it has a lot of hype. The movie has a lot of hype in terms of what the movie's about, what the story is. There will be some spoilers in this one. Nothing crazy, but some spoilers will be part of what I'm going to talk about today. The reason I'm going to do some spoilers in this scenario is because I want to talk about how the movie is represented and how it's written and what it was like watching the movie. Now, not gonna lie, I had some friends, and a lot of other people are posting on social media about how much they love the movie and how amazing it is. To be honest with you, I didn't like the movie very much. It was not even in my top 20 movie. It just didn't make the cut for me. The reason behind that is that the movie talks about, and this is where we're going to talk about spoilers a little bit. So the movie talks about Barbie in Barbie Land and how she goes to the real world because she has feelings and anxiety and how she deals with it. Ken goes along because he loves her and that's all there is to his character really. And then the movie turns into something else. It turns into identity crisis, which is really important. It talks about patriarchy a lot. It talks about how the world turns upside down and how Barbies decide to save Barbie Land, coming back in the Barbie world. And I was the reason I didn't enjoy the movie was because the patriarchy angle was too much on the nose. It didn't feel as real as this concept is and as real as the topic is. They didn't hit it properly. It was written very poorly for me to get involved in the movie. I The jokes were too laughable. Overacting by Ryan Gosling was just out there. I mean, I expected everybody to overact a little bit. It's a Barbie movie, it's expected, but the overacting went too far sometimes. I love America Ferrera, like her show Superstore. You gotta watch it; it's so good. Her character, it was not well written enough. Like she's such a good actor, and she still nailed her part. Don't get me wrong, but there was no feelings behind. There was no emotion behind these characters. It didn't feel at any point that you're hitting me with something. The token transgender character was very insulting to the LGBTQ community. Um, and I just felt the movie just going through the motions of showing what the real world is, but it's not really deep diving into anything substantial, and that's where it really lost me. I did enjoy the last 7 to 8 minutes of the movie where they all have this self-identity crisis and how they deal with that and how it comes up in the end. But besides that, the movie for me is a failure across the board. I did enjoy the sets. The sets are amazing. The outlandish pink and all that looks really good. It does feel too fake sometimes, but I think that's part of the characters and part of the sets that they brought up. Um, the jokes of don't I did laugh once in the movie. It was just poorly written. Um, I think the story was written for somebody who is very much politically inclined and needs to hear this and I just didn't feel that the movie had any real substance to it. It talks about these real topics that we deal with, anxiety, self identity, but again, it does not hit me hard in any way. Came out of the movie feeling like, what the hell did I just watch? Like, you're not showing me anything that I already don't know. And you couldn't even write that properly. It was just so poorly written overall. Um, the music was awful. The songs are horrendous. I'm sorry, but I didn't enjoy them at all. Maybe being Indian, I'm different and I love that Indian music and all kinds of music, but the movie was just awful. It didn't vibe with me at all. The background music didn't make sense half the time. It was just too underwhelming music. So, did I like the movie? I'm not gonna say I loved it. I'm not gonna say I hated it. I didn't hate it, even though it sounds that way. It's just I was disappointed. They had such an interesting topic, such an interesting way of dealing with it. For me, it didn't work. It just didn't work, and it's just sad to watch such a failure of how well it could have been done, and they just didn't use the opportunities to put it together well. So everybody acted reasonably well except for Ryan Gosling. I think his overacting was just over the top. He needed to tone down a little bit of Ken in him. It was over the top Ken. It was not even normal Ken. It just didn't feel that way. Margot Robbie was good. She did a good job, even though her overacting sometimes did kind of take me away from like it. But for the most part, she did a decent job. Should you watch it in theater? It's if you're watching it for the sets and all that, sure, go ahead and watch it. But I wouldn't recommend it. I would suggest wait for it to come in on DVD and watch it online when it comes out. That would be my recommendation, but it's completely your call. Um, did you like the movie? I'm sure as I said, social media is there's a lot of hype. People are loving it. I just didn't. So I'm curious as to what you think about it. And let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching.